Hi, thanks for once again for coming out and seeing us here at Schenectady Online. I'm Joe Kelleher. It's a pleasure to have you here. If you're watching us live, we appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day. I know I've had quite a busy day myself, and we appreciate you stopping by over here. And hopefully, if you are not able to watch us live, you're watching us now as a recorded session as we have, and you can see us anytime online at sacc.tv, SAC-TV. And speaking of which, I want to kick it off by saying two things very quickly. The first thing I want to mention is my special guest tonight was supposed to be Carla Page, the very lovely and talented Carla Page. Unfortunately, she could not be here tonight due to a family emergency. Carla, we love you very much. We wish you very well. God bless you, and we hope everything's okay. We'll hope to see you on a future show coming up soon. Inasmuch I'm so sad to say that my mother-in-law, Isabel Crandall, has been in the hospital now for about the past week and a half. And Belle, if you're watching us or you have the opportunity to watch us, you know that we love you and we care deeply for you. Linda's there with you right now, and we see you every day, and you are always on our thoughts and prayers. So we hope that she either gets better soon or is able to rest and be peaceful in another place. We wish her all the best. So coming up this Friday on the 24th at the Schenectady Veterans Club, it's the very first annual SAC-TV Halloween Bash, and it's also their 40th anniversary. 40 years SAC-TV has been on the air serving the public with some great entertainment and information, and we want you there, the public. We want this star-studded event are going to have some really great, fun people there, TV hosts that you've seen here in the past, and they are going to be at that event. Again, it's on Friday night. That's going to be at the Schenectady Veterans Building, 718 Union Street, right here in the city of Schenectady. $25 is all it's going to take. That includes dinner, the entertainment. There's going to be prizes, and we really recommend that you wear some kind of a mask. If you don't come in with one, we'll have something for you. Really, it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you can make it out there for $25 for great entertainment, great food, and meeting some really great people from here in the city of Schenectady. It's going to be well worth the price, and you'll have a lot of fun. Linda and I will be there, as far as we know, God willing, as long as everything's okay with Belle. But if we're there, yeah, you'll probably be able to figure out who we are, but we're not going to tell you just yet. Hope you'll come out and see us. This past Saturday was the Hamilton Hill Awards Dinner. They held that at the Hibernian Hall over on State Street. And what a great time. Marva and the team there for the Hamilton Hill Neighborhood Association, Vicki Horowitz, the folks at the AME Church, they all were there and did an absolutely fantastic job. We had so much fun. Unfortunately, Linda and I couldn't stay too long because of some other obligations that we had with family. But what we did have, the food was excellent, the entertainment was fantastic, and we saw lots and lots of great people there. Electric City Bike Rescue has been doing a fantastic job at that new facility that they have in Hamilton Hill. Stop by and see them. Because if you know of somebody who needs their bicycle repaired, these folks do this for free. They run solely on donations and the good hearts and goodwill of the folks that run the operation there, and they do a fantastic job. The kids just adore them, and they get the kids involved too, which is really helpful to that, not only to the Hamilton Hill area, but also to Schenectady and the Electric City and the whole area on its entirety. So Electric City Bike Rescue, thank you so much for all that you do for our community as well. I'm proud to say that SAC-TV, as I was just discussing with Randall here tonight, has had 25,000 hits. And we're very happy about that. We're seeing more hits on SAC-TV than they actually see on the YouTube channel that we have, which is even more fantastic. We're really happy about that. We hope that between the Facebook page and the promotions we're doing up over there, that you will pass along information so that SAC-TV can continue to serve the public. By the way, this Halloween party and anniversary is off as a big fundraiser, and it's our first anniversary. It's our very first one, and we hope to see this very successful so that SAC TV can continue to bring you some fantastic programming and with both entertainment, enlightenment, and information. So moving right along, we've got lots and lots of information to talk about as far as the City Council. As you know, and this, I'm not turning this into a campaign show at all by any means, but I'm running for City Council. So I've had my finger on the pulse, and a lot of folks have contacted me about the things that are happening here in the city of Schenectady that they want to see. But City Council right now, as a matter of fact, just right across the street, is deliberating over at City Hall and discussing information on the budget, the 2015 operating budget for the city of Schenectady. And one of the things that they're looking at is a 3% tax hike, property taxes, the way that the mayor has it currently sitting. And in order to decrease that and do away with that, we have to cut $1 million off the budget. So City Council is over there working on deliberating that right now. Now, unfortunately, due to this family matter, I was unable to make it to the last City Council meeting where there was a public hearing. So I'm definitely planning on being at the City Council meeting this next Monday when the next meeting is, and that's on the 28th of this month. I encourage all of you to get out there as well. That's the fourth Monday of this month. So make sure if you have anything to say about the city budget that you have the opportunity to get up there and speak. It will likely be in the agenda, which you can find online, but you can also find out more information if you go to the website, take a look at the budget yourself, and you can see it all there. I have it all downloaded onto my machine, and if you'd like a copy of it, by all means, give me a call, or you can reach me. The phone number to reach us at is 518-406-6487. That's 518-406-6487. Or you can email me at joe@kelleherforcouncil.com. My last name is Kelleher. You can also send me a notice or a note via my website at kelleherforcouncil.com. And I'd be more than happy to send you the budget or answer any questions that you have regarding the city and the state thereof. So where do we cut the budget from? Where do we cut this down? A lot of folks have taken a look at their water bills, and I think people are really finally starting to get it, because they're realizing that the city each and every year is taking about $2 to $3 million out of the water and sewer fund in order to backfill the general fund. So why are we taking all this money, and how is the water and sewer fund able to get all this? Well, it's simple to figure out. The reason that they're able to take it out of the water and sewer fund is we're simply being charged too much for it. I talked with Vince Riggi, and what he advised me is that each location is charged, each property in the city is charged per spigot, if you will. So if you have a faucet, if you have a commode, if you have an outside faucet, an outside spigot for your hose, if you have how many sinks you have, it's all based on a percentage of how much it's assumed you would use. So my wife and I, who it's two people in the house, who use just a limited amount of water, with anybody else who has two bathrooms in their home or however many, would be paying the exact same amount of water usage that we get paid, or we would pay. So there's no actual meter there. We're all paid basically the same. If you have 2 sinks, 3 sinks in your house, and 1 outside spigot, and 1 or 2 commodes, you're basically paying the same amount as. But if you add another bathroom, you add another spigot, all that information is supposed to be advised and told to the city. The issue there's two issues with that. Number one, people aren't necessarily going to say that because they don't want to necessarily pay for more water. Number two, you're being overcharged for when you tell them anyway, because they already have a surplus in that, which means that the waters, that all that extra money that we're paying is being taken out to take care of the city budget. But why are we paying so much? Take a look at surrounding municipalities, because their budgets are on line too. And if we're overpaying by 100, 200, 400, and sometimes even 800% of what other municipalities are paying. The water and sewer budget is just one thing. They're padding the budget for the catastrophic insurance, so that we can cut that. And hey, if we need that, we've got all kinds of other funds. There are slush funds that are being made. There's grant monies, which we have to be careful of now, because if we take a look at grant monies and we accept any grant monies, there are stipulations along with grant monies. Those stipulations mean if we give you this now and you're able to pay for it, you're going to have to continue to pay for it going forward. Now, even if we figure this in with unfunded grants, if we accept an unfunded grant today, we're going to have to be able to pay for it going forward into the future and figure that out into the budget. As it stands, and we've spoken on this many occasions here and outside, but the sales tax agreement that the city got into with the county is simply a bad deal. We've got almost $70 million going to the county, and we're getting back 20% out of it, to the tune of, so we're looking at what, maybe 12 or $13 million. There's a big chunk of change there. Now, let's take for a moment, I stand corrected. I just did the math in my head. So it's $60 million going to the county, and we're getting $12 million back. So that's 20% right there. Now, if you take a look at the thought of that increasing, even with $13 million or $13.5 million that we get, the only way we're going to be able to get that is if we get $75 million in tax revenue that would come from the alleged casino over here, okay? Now think about this. If we went back and we got ourselves out of that deal, and we decided here in Schenectady to have most of that money stay right here, and we would give the county a percentage of what we get, not give it all to the county and the county give us back, think about it for a moment and figure out what would happen to our city property taxes. If we, and I jotted all this down, so I'm just going to refer back to my notes here very quickly. If we, the $1 million in the catastrophic health benefits are what's increasing our sales, our property taxes by 3%. If we cut that, there would be a 0% increase. But where would we get the rest of it? Well, we could certainly change that deal that we have with the county. If we change that deal with the county and we got our fair share, we could cut property taxes by 16%. 16%. That's a pretty significant amount if you think about it, isn't it? There's an easy way to do that. If you take a look at who's on the city council right now and who's beholden to the county for their jobs, it's easy to see. And my friends, you have the opportunity to change that when you go to the voting booth. I'm not telling you to vote for me. I'm just telling you to make yourself aware and informed of who's on your city council right now and where their loyalties lie. Do your own research, please. I'm begging this of you, because you being informed is the best tool, not only for me, but for our city. That's the only way we're going to make modifications and changes in the city and make it work for the better, bring revenue back into the city, is to get our taxes lowered. And the way to do that is to bring the revenue back here and change things in the city. You know, I had the opportunity, I'll tell you, this past weekend was just so busy. Linda and I were out all over the city at multiple different events. One of the events that we went to, other than the Hamilton Hill Awards dinner, was we went to the Latino Festival, which was being held at the Church of God at 940 State Street rather. And let me tell you, I felt welcomed at both the Hamilton Hill event. I felt so welcomed at the Latino Festival, where we went in there and they had food from Colombia, from Guatemala, from Puerto Rico, from I'm trying to remember, from Mexico, from Honduras. The food was just phenomenal. The people were warm and welcoming. They said a prayer in the beginning to open up all the events. Very, very faithful people. I've been getting phone calls from multiple people in that way, thanking me for being there, and that they're praying for the campaign, and that they're praying for my family, that everybody is well. And I'm hearing that from all about. Inasmuch, also on over the weekend was Diwali, was the Hindu festival, and that was held over in Mount Pleasant at the Hindu temple. I had an opportunity to see some folks there and have been corresponding with one of the gentlemen there from the Schenectady Neighborhood Watch, who was part of the organization there. And I can't thank them enough, because I felt even more welcome there. I stepped outside for a few moments and wound up going back in, and then I had more food and coffee and saw some of the classic songs and dance, and it was just so warm and welcoming to see the culture that we have here in the city of Schenectady. And I've been getting phone calls from these folks hoping that my family is doing well. And I can't be thankful enough for all the folks who have been contacting me and sending me their wishes and wishing me the best, not only for my family, but for the campaign as well. So thank you very much. You know, we have so much diversity here in the city of Schenectady. It's so welcoming to see, and it's so welcoming to be a part of in each and every step of the way, that I get to see and enjoy so many different of these cultures when I go out to these events. It's so nice. Just pick up the paper and find out where some of these events are, and I will do my absolute best to try to get some of them to you on this program and on my website too. You can also check out both Linda and I and multitude of other people post up on our Off the Couch Gang site, which we have about 1,300 members to that. There's on two places. It's both on Facebook, and you'll see the Off the Couch Gang page on meetup.com. And we post events that are all over the region, but Linda and I, of course, focus on Schenectady, as this is our home, of course. So we just posted up the information about the SAC TV 40th anniversary party and Halloween bash. You'll be seeing also on Saturday the Bellevue Reformed Church in the gymnasium. They're having from 3:30 to 6:30 p.m. on Saturday the 25th, turkey dinner that's going on. And that's eat in or take out. Includes turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, gravy, vegetables, cranberry sauce, dinner rolls, homemade pie, coffee, tea, milk, or iced tea. Adults $10, children 5 to 12 $4, under 4 free. It's a great time. I just went to the chicken dinner that they had up there back a couple weeks ago, and oh my gosh, Bellevue, Bucky, you did a fantastic job with that food. Let me tell you, it was absolutely incredible. Homemade cookies and pastries that I wound up having to take home because I couldn't eat any more there. But Linda enjoyed a little bit of it too. So just all these events, I can't thank Schenectady enough for making everyone feel so welcome who comes here. But this is what we want to continue. And this is what I want to help to continue, from getting up there to speaking at the rail at the city council meetings and speaking on the behalf of the people who contact me and have their concerns. One of the big concerns that people have contacted me about, in fact, is the fights that are going on at some of the city schools, and they're being posted on a page in video. My friends, it's nothing less of disgraceful. It is absolutely disgraceful to have this up there. Our kids putting videos up there of themselves in these fights. We as parents, we as neighbors, we as friends of these folks have to let them know that this is simply wrong. We can't have this, because all it's doing is diminishing our city and making people not want to be here. The more the city school has that posted up over there and condones it by having it up there and not forcing the issue of having this taken down, this isn't about freedom of speech. These are minors that we have up over there. And for these minors to be posting these things up and making people fearful to come into the city during the day and to be around these schools, that something might happen, it's only a matter of time before someone's more hurt than we expected them to be. This can't happen anymore. We need to police ourselves. We need to get back to the basics and police our children and teach them the proper respect, because they're the ones who are going to be carrying this on in the future. Folks, I only have time for a little bit more, and I can't stress enough the importance of getting out there to City Council or making sure that this is the last program that we have before the election. November 4th. The polls open at 6 a.m., I believe. They don't close until about 9 o'clock at night. Contact the folks that are running for City Council. Contact the folks that are running in some of the other seats, the judge seats, the Assembly, the Senate races. Get your information. Get out to their websites. If you feel so inclined, contact them. You know how to contact me. And pardon me, my best tool is folks like you, as I mentioned before, being informed. Have other people contact me too, because I'd be more than happy to speak with them. And I'll speak very frankly. Okay, I will tell you which city council people voted to have taxes raised in the past, and who held what offices, and what they're doing in those offices. Now, in the future weeks, okay, probably by the end of next week, you're going to be receiving some ads. And you're very likely going to be receiving some negative attack ads against your opponents, against your candidates. Don't let them get to you. Make sure that you find the facts, research the facts, do your homework. Make sure you vote on the person who you feel is going to best serve in that position. Now, I've told this to many people before. I may not be comfortable with the things that you have to say, and you may not feel that I represent you properly, but what I want to do is get your opinions, because that's what matters. This is where you live, and in order for you and I to live together in the same place, we both need to come to terms and be on the same page. So for the way that I can best represent you is for us to discuss an issue and get more than one people, or more than two people or three people, and for all of us to talk about it together and come up to a common sense solution that's going to work for all of us. We have a lot of different cultures here in this city. So what works for one community may not work for another community. So we have to work together to find the solutions that will work and make Schenectady the best place for our families. Once again, I want to mention about the SACC TV, the Halloween party and 40th anniversary party that's going on Friday the 24th, 7 to 10 p.m. Tickets are $25. You can get them by contacting us here at SACC TV, or you can contact me, 518-406-6487, or you can email me at joe@kelleherforcouncil.com, or just look us up on Facebook. It's all over the site. We even have it posted on the Off the Couch Gang site at this point, so you can find out for tickets there. But call us soon, because we need to have that count in like tomorrow, by Thursday, by the absolute latest. We can still get you in there. The food drive continues over at the American Legion, the Sons of the American Legion. If you have a non-perishable food item, you can contact me and you can drop it off up over there. And any given Saturday, stop by and see us over at the American Legion at 1809 Union Street. And who knows, I may be one of the folks cooking there back in the kitchen for you. It'd be great to have you and come out and support your local veterans. As an Air Force veteran myself, I thank you, and I thank special thanks to the folks who are watching us who have served. By the way, you've got two folks running for city council this year who have served in the armed forces, and they are myself and Bob Barnes. Just keep that in mind when you go to the polls. That's all we have time for tonight. Thank you so much for stopping by Schenectady Online with Joe Kelleher. It's been a pleasure to have you. God bless you. Thank you so much, and we hope to see you again in a future show. Good night.